Okay, so good day. I am Pastor Sade Gilmore. Let me go here and talk on what's been going on for the past 54 days. Well, let me say this. I was off of I was offline for 54 days. Um During those 54 days, the Lord used me as a bait. He had me on as he told me the word was sting operation, uh, a secret mission. I could not release words out. He would not allow me. If I tried to post something, it wouldn't even most get one view. The Lord would not allow me online for 54 days. I thought it was only for 40 days. It was on the 54th day that the enemy took the bait. And I'm finna tell you what it was and what happened. Okay? Let's get into it. Okay, so when the Lord delivered me from out of Egypt, which I shared the video, um, the last test of obedience on March the 20th. Well, March the 21st was my first day out of Egypt. Um, my enemy, who is known to the people as my earthly mother, Emma Hollins, was warned years ago, back in 17 and 21, that once I left from that place, she was not to follow me anymore. That place being spiritually Egypt, because for 10 whole years straight, she has fought against me in the spirit realm and sometimes physically, by lying, creating chaos and drama, even her pettiness. But for those 10 years since I first came to Christ, or since he first drew me to him, starting back in April 2014, the Lord allowed me to be placed in that belly of the whale, as you can call it, Jonah. He allowed me to be placed, I wouldn't say necessarily in the hand of my enemy, but you know how even in the Old Testament, when the children of Israel would be disobedient to the Lord, and he had to allow them for a period of time to be placed or to serve their master, I won't say a master, but to be turned over to their enemy, to be afflicted for a time. Well, that's what the Lord allowed. From April 14 up to March the 20th of 2024. Right? But hold on. That's when he brought me out of Egypt. So during those times, those years, she was allowed to basically do whatever she wanted to up to a certain degree. So meaning the enemy she probably wanted to do whatever God knows, and some stuff I do know, which I would tell even more. But the Lord didn't allow it. But he did allow her to go down to the courthouse sometime and create lies on mental writs and try to get me locked away. So meaning, I could use that as a prime example. He allowed her to go and create the lie on the writ, but he didn't allow it to prevail against me. So he allowed affliction to certain degrees, if you get what I'm saying. Okay. But once I came from out of that, once he got me back to him, March the 21st, 2024, it doesn't mean that the suffering was over right then. But that means that she no longer had the permission to do whatever, anything against me without any consequences. The Lord had drew the line in the sand, which he had me to release that word back in December before this new year even came in. So once the line was drawn in the sand, she was to leave me alone, right? If she didn't, consequences was going to come out of it. But just like Pharaoh in the Bible, when the Lord brought them, the children of Israel from out of Egypt, although he told Pharaoh let his people go, he still hardened Pharaoh's heart because he wanted Pharaoh to come after them even more. So in the end, he could put an end to them and also get the glory out of the situation. That's kind of the same thing that happened here. So once the Lord brought me out, March the 21st, up to Mother's Day, that Sunday just passed, the Lord had me on a secret mission. I couldn't talk about it because he wanted it to happen how it happened. He used me as a bait, and it was against my enemy Emma Hollins to catch her. Now, what was the bait? On December 1st, and you can go back and check everything I'm telling you. On December the 31st, 2023, which I posted the warning that the Lord had me to give to her back in January on my TikTok page. The Lord sent me to Emma Hollins and told me to warn her. If she go trying to have me locked up again, she should surely die. That was the bait. He had me to release it to her 3 months in advance. Before I even really started this last part of this 10-year process, which was the 90 days I had to complete, he had me to release that warning to her. That was the bait. So during those 54 days, it was the very last day she took the bait. What did she do? So the Lord back in March, he told me how to do what to do to get evicted, right? And it worked. Okay, I don't know what that was. But baby, I ain't finna give the devil no glory. I'm not. I'm finna continue to tell my story. But I don't know if it showed up on your end of the screen or not, but it was on my screen. Something tried to mess up my screen. But anyway, so back in March, the Lord told me what to do and how to do to get evicted from out of that place. Because from what many don't know, although yes, Emma Hollins is an enemy of mine, and I cringe when I say it because she don't act right now. She still is my earthly mother. So by her inviting me into that place, I had to be uninvited, which I had to go through that way to get evicted. But not only that, he allowed the eviction as a way of escape because it all came together to close that door for good. But let me go here because the time is running out and I got to get this out right quick. So, the bait, once I got served with the eviction papers, they came and brought them to me last Thursday on the 9th. The man told me come back in 72 hours and get my stuff, make sure I call the police. So, boom, I'm waiting out there. I even called the police and asked them, could I wait out there? They told me, yeah, because I'm not trespassing because my stuff's still in there. So, okay, Emma Hollins pulls up. I called the police, just trying to get my stuff out the house so I can go, right? She calls police, 3 police, I called police, she called police. 3 police show up. One of the police that showed up, and you would have to be from our town to know who I'm talking about. One of them was named Lisa Jackson, who literally is a devil herself, because her attitude is from hell. Emma Hollins, I'm trying to explain to Lisa that I'm the one called the police. She tell me out the jump, shut up. The Emma Hollins went and lied to her and said, the man said that guy told her if she come back here, she was going to jail. Boom, there it is. She took the bait. For one, there was a lie. For two, the Lord, he warned her that if she go trying to have me locked up again, she should surely die. Did I go to jail? Yes, I did, but I got to do a part 2. Stick around for it.